Hello everyone, in this particular Palmistry video we'll be talking about marriage, sexuality, high position, high post, power, career, if the person is selfish, if the person is a lover, does the person love good food and clothes and physical love? Is he angling towards it? These are the things basically we will be talking about. I'm just making this a little bit small so that I can refer back to the points. So basically, you would notice that this particular hand is a very well padded kind of a hand. And padding means he's padding over the mounts. This is the area. You would see that lots of padding is there. Lots of padding out here and out here. And in both the hands. So padding over the mounts basically brings in riches. And if a person has got these paddings, it means that those qualities are showing up in a more prominent way. So the first point out here is marriage. We will be talking about marriage. Uh, to look for marriage, we have to basically look at various aspects, but the main important area to refer to is the mount of Venus. This is the area of Venus, and this is the area of Mars. So you would find that the area is extra developed, like it has a beautiful mount, and it's very less people have this kind of very prominent kind of mount of Venus. It depicts that these people are highly sexual by nature, and sexuality is their main like focus, and they can't live without it, and these people might have immense amount of desires, and such people have got high amount of energy levels, vitality, and stamina. So if we look at it, it appears that the person is a very good lover. So if a person is a very good lover, the chances basically become that the chances are of that good marriage life can be seen. But it need not be so, because once we find the area to be extra prominent, it might mean otherwise as well. Although there are no bad markings over it, bad markings are something like these are crisscrossing kind of lines over the mount of Venus. These are not considered to be good. The person does not have it. If the person had it, it would mean that the person is spending his stamina, his energy in wrong places. So the person is not doing any such thing. So, but at the same time, many people who have come to me, and I have found this area to be extremely prominent, well padded, they have complained that they have had a bad marriage. This could be due to because uh, the match they basically deserve, they basically do not get it. And when the area becomes very prominent, it might mean that person might have very good relations with all the people in his life, but when if it concerns his personal life, there could be lacking. It is not a hard and fast rule that if a person has got a very prominent Venus, uh, the person might have a bad marriage. It need not be so. There's one indication, good indication, that we see on his headline regarding marriage also. If there's an upward line towards the mount of Jupiter, it means that the person is at a high position and honor. It is somehow related to our marriage as well, because this is the place of honor. So the person does not do anything that might dishonor him. So the chances of a bad marriage basically decreases. Apart from that, the money line is also prominent, which means that there could be no money problems. So the chances of bad marriage again are less. But if you look at this is the left hand, you'd notice that the money line, this is the money line, it's broken as it touches the headline. This is the headline. This is the headline, and a new one starts. So somewhere at the age of 35, some problems might come up in his life. See, money line is basically for money matters, but it also may indicate like it may also indicate marriage related issues. Once the money line is broken, it could mean that the person might have a change in career, but at the same time, it could be also that there are some problems that are coming up in the marriage, and because the problems are coming in the marriage, that's the reason the money line is broken, and probably he's not able to concentrate on his work, and there are some hardships, and that is the reason basically why problems might come up in his life. So this is the reason why I would say that problems can be seen with a line that is broken, the money line that is broken on the headline. This line can be broken at the earliest stage as well. These lines can be broken at the earliest stages, so the problems can arise a little bit earlier, before the age of 35 as well. So this is one way of looking at it. The other part regarding marriage is the hard line is ending deep down on the mount of Saturn. This is the mount of Saturn. So Saturn basically brings in a person who is more selfish, or the person who is more uh, angling towards only physical love. The physical love is also seen on the area of Venus. This is the area of sensuality, sexuality, and and as well as the Saturn. Saturn basically depicts the outer appearances. Outer appearances are of two kinds. One is the money part, and the other is the physical appearance part. So these people are attracted more towards the physical part, and the outer appearances part, like money, and like they want a partner who is really beautiful, and the person has also got good money. So both these things can show up with a hard line that digs deep down on the mount of Saturn. A hard line could also have been just ending under the mount of Saturn. This is also, but out here the person is not too materialistic. But with the curvature of the heartline digging deep down on the mount of Saturn, this makes a person totally angling towards the money side. So the person can't live without money, then the person is angling money, and the person could also be a very good money manager. This does not mean that the person, like these people could be extremely good father and extremely good husband, because they provide for all the material things their wife needs, or their children need, or their parents need. But at the same time, these people could also be extremely selfish. And at the same time, because Saturn also brings on one more quality, that it is the area of wisdom. So wisdom could also be there. But at the same time, uh, Saturn is also being alone, loneliness. So if a person is angling towards money, very high towards money, so the chances are that he's going to get cut off from all the people in his life. Uh, and the person might have lots of bank balance and lots of properties. All these things can be seen, but at the same time, but his relationships are going to get cut off, and he would be left alone. So because he's giving too much of priority to the money. So regarding marriage, I can only say that 35 is the only time when problems can be seen, but as such, I don't see money problem as like marriage related problems as such. The other part, sexuality I've already described. We see sexuality by three or four areas. We can see sexuality on almost all the areas, but main areas is the mount of Venus. This is the area of desires, and this is the area of burning desire. This is the area of Mars. This is the area of Mars, and this is the area of Venus. So these areas should not be caving in, and these areas should be well padded. So both these area appears to be well padded without any major markings over it, no crisscrossing kind of lines. So it means that the functioning of the body is perfect, and there's a great burning desire. Uh, so burning desire can have more to do, it could have it has the sexual part also, and it has to do with your work part as well. So these people would be all fired up and going, and if a work has to be done, these people are the best people to get it done, because of the high amount of desires and stamina, as well as burning desires. So this is how we see regarding the sexuality. Then uh, the third point is position, power, high post. Uh, Such people see high post. is can be seen with these upward lines that you see over the Mount of Jupiter. This person would always be at a high post. Few people, like in the other videos, they say that if a person has got a beautiful line of sun, that basically depicts high post. Uh, like I do agree with it in a limited way. High post is basically position and power is seen with the area of Jupiter. Sun is more to do with creativity, art, music, and your career. If the line is prominent, it means that the person has got a strong career. But strong career does not mean position and power. Position and power and administrative skills are seen on the Mount of Jupiter. And if an area is padded, the area is padded, so it means that he has got good organizational skills. And a strong career line basically kind of solidifies position and power. And on the right hand, I've already told you that the person has got these upward lines over the Mount of Jupiter, which automatically indicates high position power, not just at one moment of life, but almost all almost all the life he would be at position of power. Uh, the Mount of Venus basically does not a prominent does not mean that the person is going to be always successful. It just means more energies and stamina. So the person might fail 100 times. It doesn't mean that the person is not going to be unsuccessful. Although there's no blockages that we see, because there are no crisscrossing kind of, we don't see any blockages on his hand. Uh, it doesn't mean that the person would not be successful. Probably the person may be unsuccessful many times in his life, but at the same time, he would not be like cowed down. He would not go down, and the failures would not affect him much. Another aspect to see for success is if the heartline, this is the heartline, is deep and clear, singular kind that you see, deep and clear, singular. Many people have got a broad kind of a line. That is the worst a person can have. Broadness basically destroys all the qualities of any line where it is broad. Broadness basically on the heart line means great amount of stress, anxiety, and palpitation. So a person who is having palpitation stress, the person is not going to be successful. A deep and clear line means that the person can manage stress very well. The person is highly focused. There are no prominent major branches over the heartline. There's one or two branches over the heartline that you see out here. This is the major branch. Otherwise, there's no such branch as such on the heartline. It means that the person is practicing detachment. Heartline that has got many branches hanging on to the heartline, it means more attachment, and attachments bring in expectations. Expectations are not fulfilled, and that is the reason why the person is not successful. So the person doesn't have a person has got a very clear cut line. Clear cut lines are best suited for success. And so a beautiful sign. This area of Venus, when developed, it also bring a kind of the person is also have got a great desire for food and clothes and physical love. And the person can be very good at cooking. The person could be a very good chef. uh, because the person loves food, the chances of him being a better cook are going to be more. And the person just can't live without good food. For good food, you need two planets. This is the year of Venus, and Venus is the energy, vitality, stamina. This is the beauty, this is the grace area of one's life, and this is the understanding of high taste. And this is the area of burning desires, and this is the area of fire. Mars is basically fire. So while cooking, you need ghee. This is ghee, butter. Venus is ghee, butter, and Mars is basically the fire. So you need both these things to make good food. So person has got beautiful, so the chances are extremely good in his case. As far as the Mercury area goes, where calculations come in, calculations while cooking is also required. So the area is well padded. It means that the calculations are there, and his understanding of how much to put and how long to cook is there. So good, very good possibility. The person could be extremely good at even being like good at making clothes or anything to do with pure beauty, art, and music, because the person has got a very good understanding over all these things. So I've already covered up like selfishness. I've already told that the heart line ending on the mount of Saturn. Career line, I already explained that a person who has got a strong career line, he has got a more strong career line in the right hand compared to the left hand. Out here, it's a little bit broken. So, people who have got a very strong career line, it means that the person, like the sun, is giving energy to the earth. Sun is shining bright. It means that the heart line, like the sun line, is clean cut and deep and clear. It is not broken. It is not very thin. It is not thin or wavy kind. Wavy lines are bad lines. It kind of brings in doubts. So even it's deep and it's very light kind of line. It means that the person, if a person had these lines, then it would mean that the person is full of doubts. But out here we see the opposite. We see that the sunline is extremely deep in color. It means that the person knows what he wants to do, and the person is energizing his work, just like the sun when it is shining bright on the earth. Lots of plants basically grow at a much faster pace. So same is the case out here. If a person has got a very clear cut deep sunline, it signifies that the person is giving full energies to his work, and that is the reason why more success is coming in his life. Before ending the video, I would request you to press the subscribe button, press the bell icon to get regular updates from me. Before ending the video, I would also just repeat a slideshow I show in all my videos. Palmistry video consists of various permutation combinations. We as palmists may miss out on many points. This is just a partial palmistry reading of the palm. The best reading comes out with a dialogue and not a monologue. Dialogue is when two people are talking. Monologue is when I'm just talking. Generally, every client wants to know about money, name, fame, health, family life. Not everything can be known by the lines. People misunderstand. They think that very special signs they need to have, and only if they have a very special sign, they would be very successful. Uh, you would see out here that the person doesn't have any special sign as such, yet the person could be highly successful. There's no fish sign. There's no see M. I don't believe in. Everybody has a M on the hand. The shul, if it is pointing towards a finger, again it's a beautiful sign. Uh, but you need not have those lines. Like this person does not have any trishul or anything as such to be successful, uh, and may still give excellent results even if you don't have a fish or a lotus sign. So this is one part. The other part is even if someone does not have a money or a sun line or a career line, it does not mean no money or no career. It might in fact mean the opposite. It might mean unlimited possibilities in money as well as name and fame. Palmistry is not just about lines, it is more about hand structure. Like if you see in this case, the hand structure is beautiful, the bone structure is very strong, and the padding over the mounts is extremely good. This is the kind of hand people should have. And these hands have got a very good control over people, money, and resources. So, so as such, I would say that this is a beautiful kind of hand. If you have a hand like this with very less lines, you can be sure shot. You'd be highly successful. The only criteria is that you should have a very you should have studied like you should have taken a good technical education, and you should basically set your goal, and you should set your goal to a very high level. If you set a goal to a very high level, the possibility of achieving those goals are there. But if this, let's imagine that the person doesn't have any goal as such in his life, so the person would enjoy like hell. Like the person would have everything in his life, even if he does not have any money in his pocket, yet he would be able to enjoy. Like he would have friends who would always want his company, and he would be taken to best of places. He would fly, he would stay in the best of hotel, he would have all possible things you can imagine, even in spite of having no money as such. So thanks for watching this video. If you like the video, click on the like button and do subscribe to my channel to get regular updates from me. Thanks. Bye. Take care.